Hello, it's Maura Carley again, founder and president of Healthcare Navigation. We are health insurance consultants and advocates who work with individuals and families, and we've launched these educational sessions to share our knowledge with as many people who will listen. We'd like people to know more about healthcare coverage because often the lack of knowledge leads people to pay for things that they shouldn't. So before I was hoping we could cover deductibles and coinsurance and copayments in one video, but it was getting too long. So hopefully this will be a shorter one. I just want to cover copayments and coinsurance. What deductibles and copayments and coinsurance have in common is that they're all things the insured must pay out of pocket. And so your coverage outlines what is your responsibility. And if you look at an explanation of benefit statement, it will say at the bottom, member responsibility. And also your coverage outlines what the insurance company is responsible for. The deductible I already covered, and the deductible is pretty dicey because in healthcare, it's complicated. It can be structured in a number of different ways, and it can be low or very, very high. So we won't revisit that. Watch that video if you need to. Copayment, that's a much more straightforward concept. There's a fixed copayment that your plan might associate with a prescription. You might have no copay, or you could have a higher copay depending on how expensive the drug is. And that's how your plan puts drugs into different tiers. And then you have other copayments. You might have a certain level of copayment for a physician visit and a certain level of copayment for a specialist visit. But again, these things are outlined on your personal portal that you should create an account if you haven't, so that you can look into this yourself. Sometimes you will have a separate portal for prescription drug, like I do with Caremark. I have a mycigna.com for medical, and I have a caremark.com for the prescription drug benefit. But always try to learn the specifics of your plan. Coinsurance is a little, I think, more challenging a concept because it's essentially how you and the insurance company share in claims expense once the deductible is reached. Again, when you're in the deductible, you're responsible for claims that you incur during that period. Once you've met the deductible, your insurer has an obligation. And again, that can vary. That's defined in your plan. It can be when you share that expense with your insurance company. They might be responsible for 90% of the claim amount, approved amount, and you're responsible for 10. That's clearly best case, because it can be 80-20 or 70-30 or 60-40. So you need to know. You need to know. And the coinsurance historically is considered more appropriate for more expensive types of procedures. So you're more likely to see coinsurance associated with a CT scan or an MRI. But you know what? As I've tried to say before, there's an exception to every rule. But it's likely that your plan design, which is what people in the industry call it, includes a deductible or multiple deductibles, as we discussed before, and some co-payments and some co-insurance to an out-of-pocket maximum, which is a discussion for another day. So I hope that helps you understand co-payments and co-insurance. I thank you for listening. If you have comments or questions, please leave them with us on the comments section of our channel, and we will do our very best to respond to all your inquiries. Thank you very much.